A second flashpoint in the Arabian Sea. Reports now say the USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group has destroyed another Iranian drone just hours after the first shootdown. Official confirmation is still awaited, but the message is already clear. The skies over the Gulf are turning into a battlefield. Tracking data suggests the drone, possibly a Shahed 129 or Shahed 136, was returning from a mission close to the Lincoln's last known position. The intercept reportedly involved a U.S. Marine F-35C stealth fighter, the same platform used in Tuesday's first takedown. 2 incidents in one day, an extraordinary escalation. This follows Tuesday's confirmed clash when a Shahed 139 flew toward the carrier with unclear intent. Central Command says the jet fired in self-defense to protect the ship and its crew. Iran admitted losing contact with the drone, but stopped short of blaming Washington. The timing could not be worse. Diplomats are trying to arrange nuclear talks in Oman this week. President Trump has warned that with U.S. warships moving in, bad things will happen if no deal is reached. Hours after the shootdown, another confrontation erupted in the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. says Revolutionary Guard boats harassed an American-flagged merchant vessel, a reminder that the shadow war at sea is expanding beyond drones. Yet diplomacy has not collapsed, at least not publicly. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has authorized his foreign minister to proceed with talks, but only if negotiations are fair and without threats. The White House insists dialogue will go ahead. Envoy Steve Witkoff is still expected to meet Iran's Abbas Araghchi later this week, even as warships, fighters, and missiles circle the region. 2 drones down, warships closing in. Talks hanging by a thread. Whether this becomes a turning point for peace or the opening chapter of a wider war may be decided in the next 48 hours.
Breaking: military escalation in the Persian Gulf. Iran has successfully tested a stealth-capable Abu Mahdi submarine-launched missile, reportedly boasting a range of up to 2,600 kilometers, putting U.S. naval assets such as the USS Abraham Lincoln within striking distance of Iranian waters and beyond. State media even released detailed footage of the American carrier operating near the Gulf, a deliberate signal amid soaring tensions. This test is not just symbolic, it's a message. Tehran has openly warned that it can strike the U.S. Navy whenever it wants, reflecting a bold posture as Washington presses for talks and threatens consequences if diplomacy fails. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei has repeatedly said any U.S. attack could trigger a broader regional war, not just a limited confrontation. These threats underline Tehran's growing confidence in its long-range strike capabilities. The Abu Mahdi missile tested by Iran is part of a broader naval weapons push. Originally unveiled in 2020 and now fielded by Iranian naval forces, this long-range anti-ship cruise missile uses dual-mode seekers and radar-evading features. Iran has been integrating such systems across land, sea, and potentially submarine launch platforms, enhancing its reach deep into the Gulf and beyond. Such systems are marketed internally as deterrents and possible carrier killers against powerful naval targets. But this comes as Washington continues one of the largest naval deployments in the region in years. The USS Abraham Lincoln and 3 destroyers have surged under U.S. Central Command, joined by the USS Delbert D. Black, with additional aircraft and combat capability on standby to protect personnel and allies. U.S. officials describe the posture as a massive armada, ready for deterrence or action, depending on how talks unfold. Tensions are not only on the sea and under it, they're at the negotiating table. Iran has signaled willingness to resume nuclear talks, even as Tehran maintains the right to defend itself. President Donald Trump says he hopes for a deal, but insists the U.S. will respond if Tehran crosses red lines. To both sides, military strength and diplomacy are now intertwined, and each missile test or naval movement feeds the wider narrative of brinksmanship. Iran's new stealth missile testing is more than a technological leap. It's a message of deterrence and intimidation. Whether that signal leads to closed-door deals or open conflict may hinge on choices made in Tehran, Washington, and the waters between them. One thing is clear. In the Persian Gulf, the balance of power is being tested, and every launch, every warning, and every warship movement matters.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.